Doge is pumping. I've been working on pivoting my mining farm to Dogecoin mining. I'm pretty excited. I'm Vosk here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Let's talk about Dogecoin mining. Why you're quite literally missing out if you are not participating in that. The second most profitable coin to mine in the world by a significant margin, second only to Bitcoin. It's not just America's, it's the world's favorite Doge. Wait a second. That's actually tails. Dogecoin's number 2. $37 million in Bitcoin in emission last 24 hours. It's breathing a little bit of life into the Bitcoin mining aspect of my mining farm. I want to pivot towards solar there. And at that point, Bitcoin mining will be a lot more lucrative for me. At least once I can get those panels and stuff paid off, we'll see, TBD. But in the meantime, I've been expanding my Dogecoin mining presence, and wow, am I very excited and happy because I've been holding Doge and expanding my Doge position, turning my dirty dollars and some other less favorable cryptocurrencies into Doge for a long time. And all of those positions I got at 10 cents or less, so now we're seeing an 18 cents position here. It's incredible. I know a lot of people are celebratory of this as well, right? I'm stoked to see Bitcoin over 70 grand, but I'd be more excited to see an 18 cent Doge there. These are the mineable coins and ranked by their proof of work. Caspa is missing from that list right now for whatever reason. So here's a second chart, and we can see that Caspa has significant proof of work production, right? The emission, the amount of new coins going out to miners per day, but it is absolutely being obliterated, dwarfed right now by Doge after this pump. Remember that Doge is also merge mined, right, with Litecoin and Bells. We'll see if Bells wants to ruin their whole equation by reducing their emission. That'll be a death sentence for that meme coin. But until then, we have $3 million in emission for Dogecoin miners. So that's pretty freaking cool. That means that Dogecoin mining is the most profitable coin to mine in the world right now, based off the miners available, right? This new volcminer D1, watch our video on the D1 to learn more about that. But it's in the game. It's more efficient than the DG1 Plus by Elphapex, but it's a little bit worse than the Antminer L9. But due to its basically overclocked nature there, right? Remember, you need 33,900 watts. That's a pretty big ask for like many of the miner outlets. So watch our tutorial guide for getting into ASIC mining if you're new to this, right? These are purpose-built custom computers that you plug in Ethernet and power and start earning passive income. It's a great endeavor in my opinion. I've really enjoyed it and it's been lucrative. So bringing it back here on topic though, right? I've recently got the L9, very happy with it, very good performer. My L1, we got into that when they were selling for $30,000, devastating. I could have done a L9 futures order, right? Get them like 8,000 a unit. I could have basically bought 4 L9s. It sucks. I rolled the dice on that one and knowingly and lost. And that's a good example of the pitfalls of mining. But anyway, let's keep it on topic here. Very profitable, right? These miners, their revenue coming in at nearly $40. Even the DG1, $25 a day. The ancient L7. The L7 came out many years ago after paying a 7 cent per kilowatt hour electricity bill, which is what my electricity rate on the farm is now. Thankfully, I've gotten it reduced from 10%, and before that it was between 10 and 12%. I'm able to realize profits on these miners between $16 and $31 a day. This calculator is computing Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Bells mining there. It's not too late. Right now, you can still sync an order for the Bitmain Antminer L9. So I'm posting that link out down below. Use our code VoskCoin to save some coin. I got my L9 from Coin Mining Central. That was a great experience. I remember this is the 16 gigahash a second version and January batch. You can get these sooner, but the price goes up exponentially. So you have to run the numbers and figure out what's worth it for you. These miners also fit in most immersion tubs. They have the same footprint as a Antminer L7, but they utilize the new S21 power supply attached to that. And again, there's other Dogecoin miners. There's smaller miners. The Elphapex Home DG1 miner has pretty good efficiency, but it's pretty expensive. If you can afford, right, full-size Dogecoin miners like the L9, that's going to be the better play here. Gold Shell was very happy to say they were increasing the prices on their miners in an email I got this morning. and that's fine. They're the least efficient Dogecoin miners on the market there. I don't have a crazy Doge mining farm. I really wish I spent more time and money investing in Dogecoin miners, but you know, we make our decisions. Everything else hasn't been bad, so I don't want to kick myself too hard here. But you can see I've got 3 DG1s, 2 L7s, and an L9. This is their performance here. Elphapex finally has released firmware that supports immersion mining with their DG1s without rigging it up to work and with very specific fan spoofers. So that was on my to-do list to figure out. But it's supposed to be easy with their new beta firmware. So I may grab one of them and start with just one of them and check that out. But I would love to get these into immersion fluid because they're pretty small form factor like the L7s and L9s. And that would free up mining farm capacity for me because I am slowing down with the mining farm expansion, but I'm absolutely obviously never stopping. So what do those miners mine for me, right? About 0.2 LTC. The Doge amount is going to keep dropping with this meteoric rise in price, but I've been mining around 600 to 700 coins per day, as well as mining Bell. And with the VoskCoin, I'm mining about 7 to 10 coins per day on that. Unfortunately, VoskCoin is not on a bunch of exchanges, so just understand to be advised, do not use TradeOgre. I spoke out against them. They froze my account. They've locked it. I wasn't able to withdraw my cash, but I complained publicly about that. They said I need to delete my post or they're not giving me my coins. I said, that's ridiculous. You're going to give me my coins. And they've locked my account. They blocked me on Twitter. So these guys are certified scammers. If you use TradeOgre, you're an idiot. Out of these exchanges, I know you can use EggX, at least with a VPN here in the US. This coin is substantial because it's adding $15 a day in mining profitability to all of my miners. And while they do not all have the same hash rate, right? So I've got 6 miners. So we can go ahead and take 15, right, divided by 6. It's adding $2.50 of mining profitability per day per miner, right? Again, it's not exactly that. It's not that linear. But that's fantastic. I mean, more earnings and more earnings. It's up substantially over the last 30 days. Where will it go from here? I, of course, don't know. But if the market goes crazy and really takes off, I don't see why this wouldn't go for a bit of a run itself as well. Looking at the network hash rate for Dogecoin, it's had a very linear, simple rise over the last year. About a year ago, it was at about 800 terahash a second. Now it's around 1.4 petahash a second, and it's going to continue rising. I definitely think at this rate, the network hash rate will be twice as much in a year. So expect to mine half as many coins. The crazy part though is even if you mined half as many coins, all of these miners are still earning more than they're burning. Their electricity cost rate is very low, right? We're spending around 26 to 15% of our earnings towards electricity. And you compare that to Bitcoin mining. It's 7 cents per kilowatt hour, right? Insert whatever your price per kilowatt hour is to get a more direct comparison to your numbers. We see the best Bitcoin miners in the world are still basically taking up half of my electricity cost. And I mean, current generation miners like that have only pretty recently come out, like the S21, are consuming 60% of the revenue with their electricity cost. It's a lot. I recently talked about how NiceHash is requiring KYC, and that's a deal killer for me. I have plenty of options for mining that do not require KYC with mining pools, right? So one thing I've just been testing out is on Mineable. I moved my Caspa miners over there, so I've got 11 Caspa miners, all mining one algorithm, which is K-heavy hash, which is basically just Caspa. You can see my miners here. You can see their hash rates, right? You know, numerous small miners and a couple big boys in there. And what we can see, we can go to my stats and we can see how much I'm mining. And in the other video, I talked about how to set this up. But basically, right, we have a referral link and really you just put our coupon code, and I'll overlay it here on the screen exactly how I do that. You want to use someone's referral code because it reduces your mining fee. It's a win for your referrer and it's a win for you. You would be throwing money away to not use someone's code. And I appreciate if you use our code, which is VoskCoin. I get a nice basic stat readout here. And what's really cool is you can see in the last 24 hours, I mined 232 Doge. And let's break that down into a USD amount, right? So we've got Doge sitting here at number 9 out of all cryptocurrencies in the world. I mined about $41 worth of Doge in the last 24 hours, and we can see in the past 7 days, and then 30 in total paid. But I bring all this up, right, because Mineable basically is redirecting my Caspa hash rate to whatever they want to mine, and then they're earning with that, and then they're paying me out in Doge. I've been doing this because I think that Doge has been about to rip looking at the charts. And thankfully that has happened. You could absolutely do this with Bitcoin. If you're a big orange coiner, you can just get paid out in Bitcoin. They support numerous cryptocurrencies. You could, of course, obviously be being paid out in Caspa as well. I just wanted to show and share this with you guys. So it's a crazy time right now, right? US election market. You may be familiar with Polymarket. It's really cool. It's basically a crypto betting market, and you're financially incentivized, right, to make the right bets with all this stuff. But what blows my mind is that Robinhood, right, very public, very accessible app, has introduced a betting market. So you can open this and bet on who you think's going to win by buying a contract representing them. Your beliefs aside, this is crazy. Right now, there's a huge variation in that app for contract pricing. This is contract trading, right? So if you buy candidate B and candidate A wins, you lose your buy-in. Like you get 0. You're done. It's over, dude. If enough people participate, I'd love to give away some Doge. Drop your Doge address down in the comment section below and let me know, who are you voting for? I'd love to also hear why. I'm not here to influence you on that today, but if you watch my content, it's pretty easy to see my values. I'm the real deal. I think that the #1 selling point with VoskCoin is just going to be authenticity. So what do you think about all this Dogecoin mining craziness? It's exciting. It's big. It's big price movement. And looking at the charts, looking at the cycles, looking at the world events, we really could be on the cusp of the next crazy crypto bull run. And man, I'm waiting many years again, and I'm here for it. I'm ready. I've spent the bear market building positions, building a mining farm. My body's ready. How about you? Thanks for watching. Hope you subscribe. Stick around. I'll see you on the next one. And no, I didn't forget 10 seconds of tails. We read it earlier. But here she is again. You good girls, okay.